Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams, and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. I heard there's a wind of change coming. A wind of change. Okay, let's see what this wind of change is bringing. And at the bottom here, we have communicate. So that's air energy. Air related to wind. Not quite the same, but related. Okay, oh, reveal. Something's going to be revealed to you. A trick. Okay, Spirit. Let's just go with it. Trick. Okay. And this is going to bring freedom. Something that you felt you had to defend. Okay. What else here, Spirit? Death. Stillness. Energy. Yeah, something's over. Something is done because you believed in yourself, because you believed in the magic of the universe and the potential that you have to move beyond something. Something is truly over with that moth there. Yeah, there's stillness. It's like, okay, you know what I'm getting? Because Spirit said there's a wind of change. This change is going to be within you. It's going to be like confirmation of the fact that you were right all along. It's going to be confirmation of also someone else is going to know that you were right all along. This wind of change is more so in the thought energy. It's confirmation for you. Okay, but other people are seeing that you were right all along. So there's like it's all in thought. It's all about truth being revealed, you knowing that you be knowing. Okay, whatever it was that you were picking up on, it's like, yeah, okay, you're getting confirmation that you were right. And other people are experiencing a wind of change because there's something that they thought was true or legit, but they're realizing that when you spoke out about something or you mentioned that something wasn't right, they're gonna be like, you were right. Yeah. This could have also happened already. It could be that somebody has already gotten confirmation of something that you said. Now they know you were right because okay, collaborate, disguise, and family. There was somebody within either a family group or a work environment who was disguising themselves, and you called them out, and now somebody knows that you were right. Okay, that's the wind of change. Is that everybody's going to know that you were right. Or the people who matter are going to know that you were right. Something about that. Okay. What next, Spirit? Okay. Osho. Thank you, Divine. Oh, yeah. Look, awareness. It's like, that goes right along with reveal. It's like somebody is going to know that somebody was a fake and you had called them out. You were like, something's not right with that one. Maybe you tried to warn somebody or, you know, put them on notice. Yeah, because we have Tower and Death here. Something has crumbled. The whole plan, somebody's whole plan to come across as believable with this disguise here. They were trying to disguise themselves, pulling off a trick. And when I say trick, I'm thinking also this could have been something. Oh, I'm looking at my Capricorn poster. This could have been involving, it's something very physical, something very, very material. It could have been either money or sex that this trick was involving, okay? Whatever kind of trick this person was trying to pull on someone, it is coming through that it either involved money or sex, okay? Somebody's very embarrassed about how this all went down. Okay, we have the Tower and Death. That's the second Death card. We're only 5 minutes and 40 seconds into this reading. Okay, and we have 2 Death cards. I mean, this is transformation, but in this Osho deck, it's the Death card. Okay, so something's done. Yeah, somebody was trying to act like they were super ordinary. La-dee-dee-dee-da. I'm hearing that. La-dee-dee-dee-da-dee-dee. I'm just picking my flowers. And this was a whole demon out here. In disguise. A chameleon. This is a chameleon. This person changes personalities like they changed outfits. There was something they were trying to compromise about. Okay, this could be somebody that they were working alongside in order to trick someone, in order to pull something over successfully. Okay, they were working with someone, but they didn't know what they were doing. This person's kind of like, they look like they're shrugging, like, So whoever this was that got found out, they weren't very sure about this whole process anyway. They felt very like, they didn't feel secure about the plan in the first place, but they were being egged on. Is that how you say egged on? Yeah, egged on. Encouraged by someone else. There was a co-conspirator here. Someone behind the scenes trying to get this person to pull something off, but they weren't able to pull it off. They've been found out. Okay, this was done for money or for wealth, but there's somebody whose intuition is too ripe. It's too like, they know what's going on, and so they were not able to pull this off. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through? What does this beautiful being need to know? Oh, okay. We have some other cards in here. Okay, there's a 3 of Swords here. Somebody's heartbroken. Okay, these were in the last reading. I'm not going to pull those. They were in the last reading, so this could be connected for sure. Somebody is very heartbroken because of a 10 of Pentacles situation. I feel like this is connected to the last reading, okay? You are coming through as having the 10 of Pentacles where you are stable, abundant, or this is what you're manifesting. But your stability and your wealth, your abundance, feels like heartache and pain to someone. This is someone who wanted to access your abundance with a trick. They were trying to disguise themselves as an empress. I'm hearing they wanted to disguise themselves as an empress in order to replace an empress. Okay? So you could be this empress and someone was trying to fill your shoes or get you kicked out of a situation. This could be either in a work environment or if you are in a creative space, they could have been trying to do this, or within your home and family. But in some way, you are coming through as the Empress, very abundant, beautiful energy. And there's somebody here who tried to use a 3 of Cups situation. Could have been trying to present themselves as a third party, or I'm also seeing this as like a group of mean girls, you know, a coven could have been if they do rituals. But they use the energy of other people to try to get you out of the way. This person is now in the Nine of Swords. Whoever was involved in this mission against you, they're in the Nine of Swords. They're anxious. They're worried. There's something about a connection that you're in, or that you have manifested or are manifesting. Sorry on my nose. I mean, that's good. It means the energy's coming through by my nose. Okay. There's something that they are unable to see. So this could be a very nosy person. They're very obsessive. They want to know what's going on with your Two of Cups, with your connections, with your close relationships, and they can't see a thing. They don't know what's going on, but they do know that you are in the Nine of Cups, where you are experiencing wish fulfillment and you are getting everything that you desire. You're getting it. It's coming. Or either you're already there. Look, that ripeness card did come through. So there's something very ripe in your life, and that's the ripeness that this person was trying to get. This could have been a Queen of Wands, 1111 on the timer, who was trying to get your abundance. And they came in like, I'm the ish and I know it. And it's like, now they're in these energies, okay? Which is why they're embarrassed, because they came in with so much false confidence, which is also arrogance, okay? And something failed. A trick they tried to play failed. And so now they're sitting over there very embarrassed, okay? They could have come in like a Page of Ankhs, Page of Cups, trying to be very innocent and, oh yes, I'm so sweet. But it was a trick. They came in as a trickster. You have protection with Lord Best here. So you have ancestors and spirit allies that watch over you. And so every single trick that this person was trying to play, every disguise that they wore, your spirits saw through it. When I first saw that ripeness card, it was like, okay, they were coming after your abundance. You have fruitfulness in your life, and that's what they were trying to come after. But also, it came through that your intuition is extremely ripe. Like, you have some very sharp gifts, abilities. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. These are gifts that you've been working on. You've been nurturing your gifts, and this could be over a very long period of time that you've been doing this, but there has been a lot of growth in your life with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? The Warrior of Scarabs. You have been growing continually, and a part of your growth, a huge source of your growth energy, comes from your intuition. But you haven't given up, and there are efforts in your life, in your world, that are very important to you, that you have been moving forward with in a very dedicated way. And I'm hearing that you're like, you have this stick to it type of nature. You don't give up, okay? Yeah, you're very much protected. If there is a new love in your life, or like a renewal within love in your life, it is divinely protected. It was right behind that Lord Best card. So it is protected, but this is also your sense of self-love that is divinely protected, okay? Also, I see you with a sharp eye, like you're able to see things clearly as the Queen of Swords here. And you will defend what you need to defend with your words. And also you have clarity of mind. If somebody tried to make you think, okay, yeah, because disguise came through and trick came through. So if somebody tried to make you think that you don't know what you're talking about, that is a complete lie. And the only reason they told you that is because they are very afraid of being found out, because they know that from the get-go they have been lying. Also, this confirmation is coming through about your intuition and your clarity of mind, because there could have been people around you who were like, oh, no way. No, them. Yes way. And people are seeing that now. People are seeing the validity of your intuition. The Strength card, there could be a Leo here. But also there's something within you that has developed with a lot of passion, with a lot of fiery passion, okay? But also there's this sense of power that you have over anything that would try to come into your world and gain power over you. You have power because you have an inner strength that allows you to gather your energy and to realize that there is no one outside of you who can control you. Ashe. There's communication here about some sort of opportunity that somebody was holding on to or trying to impact for you. There's some sort of communication that has come through that has revealed, yeah, because that reveal card came through. Okay. So it's almost as if like someone has told on themselves here. Because the way in which someone communicated something, they revealed that they are either fake, they're phony, or they've revealed their true intentions about some sort of opportunity. Okay? So someone communicated in a way that revealed the truth about their intentions regarding abundance. It did come through that whoever this was who was trying to insert themselves into your world and replace you, they wanted to replace you, that their goal was prosperity, abundance. And so that's the same abundance that I'm seeing here with this Ace of Scarabs. But this is something that's still being seen here as the Ace. So whatever kind of abundance it was that they were trying to go after, it didn't get off the ground. They're still going for it. It's like a seed that they were trying to chase after. They never got to plant it because they've been found out. Okay? It's almost as if they told on themselves with the Eight of Wands there. So it could have been the way that they communicated. You know how like when somebody is a crook or a thief and they're so caught up in their own energy, or maybe they're so nervous, because it did come through in that compromise card that whoever was doing the talking, they did not feel confident in their communication or even in their ability to pull this off. It could have been a group with that Three of Cups that came through that was trying to get something together in order to replace you or knock you out of the way. This could have been in a work environment, in your relationship, in your home and family. Maybe they were trying to get through to your lover and wanted to push you to the side, or it could have been for an opportunity in a work environment, okay? But whoever was doing the talking, they were not feeling confident. Okay? This person here almost looks like they're shrugging, like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? You know, it's like they really weren't in it. So they were doing this more so for the group. Okay? Whoever did the talking, they were not confident. And they didn't really want to be the one, like the front man, the front woman, okay? But they were. And because they weren't confident, because they weren't, really because they weren't aligned with the divine, is why they were found out. But they told on themselves. Whoever this was that they were presenting this information to, Whether it was someone that you love, or it was someone who was important to you, or someone who was making a decision based on your performance or something. If this was a boss in a work environment or something, this person messed up. They told on themselves, and they made it very clear that their character is not aligned with whatever is right for either this family or this business or this situation, this work environment. Okay? Yeah. People are seeing the truth about this person. And they know that you are the Queen of Cups. You're being seen as the Queen of Cups here. Nurturing. Intuitive. But I'm also seeing that whoever this was that they communicated with, they are coming through as the Queen of Cups as well. Like, they're intuitive. They know. They see through whatever BS it was that they were trying to present about their mission or their intentions. Okay? Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The Hanged Man and the Seven of Swords. People are enlightened about this person's or this group's intentions. They know that they're shady. They know that they have been moving in the shadows, not wanting to be seen. But it's too late. I'm hearing it's too late to apologize. It's too late. So this person might try to backtrack and be like, oh, I didn't mean it. It's too late. Like, they have already been seen clearly as the Seven of Swords. I don't know if I said the Seven of Wands before, but I meant Seven of Swords. And this could definitely be in a situation where there's a community or a family. Because whatever camaraderie was there, it's very clear that this person was trying to bring the Seven of Swords to that environment. There could be children here. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Okay, and just as I said, there could be children here. We have the Six of Swords. All right. So there's something here about moving on. All right. Oh, you know what I'm getting? This person who was trying all of this stuff, they're trying to move on. All right? They're trying to move on. But look at here. Their effort to move on here with the Bastet card, there's something here about a mother figure. Someone who is a mother or was trying to, you know, was coming through also with these two cards with children, and this is a little baby. This could also be somebody who tried to use a pregnancy in order to trap somebody. So that was at some point in this storyline, that was this person's goal, was to, if this is a female, okay, they wanted to get pregnant in order to trap someone. And it could be vice versa if this is a masculine who wanted to impregnate somebody in order to trap them, okay, to have control over them. But either way, this is a person who was using sex in order to try to, or who wanted to do that. That was their mission. That was their goal. But see, we had the Ace of Pentacles. And so they've been stopped in their tracks. Okay, in some of y'all's situations, they may have actually succeeded with this if the person that they were trying to work their energy on was receptive enough and fell for their tricks. But I am also getting that for some of you, whoever this was that was trying to, that they were trying to get over on and trying to use and trap, they were like, no, no. So now that person who was trying to work this energy on this person and use them and trap them, they're now on the Ten of Swords. Okay? And that's why we got death 2 times. Because it is over for this person. They are done. And the awareness card was one of the first ones that, I think that one was at the bottom of the deck. Everybody knows. Everybody sees who this person is. Everybody knows their tricks. I'm hearing they know their energy signature. So, like, they just know how they roll. Okay? They know how they roll. I'm hearing there's no mystery to them. So, oh yeah, look, going viral. There's something about this person going viral where, like, people know. Somebody might be, oh look, fighting and Family Feud. So they might be the source of a lot of drama right now. Yeah, this person has a troubled past. But that could also have been something that they were trying to potentially use against you. If there was something in your past that was very difficult that you went through, it could have been a time of grief. It could have been a time of sorrow. It could have been a time of financial difficulty. Whatever this was, or maybe you were experiencing issues with your health at the time. But there was a point in time where this person perceived you as being in a compromised state. That compromise card came through, and it was at that point in time where they started to develop this plan to insert themselves into your world and try to take your spot. But this person is now in the Ten of Swords. Okay, so their plans did not work out. Yeah, it's a scam alert. Everybody's like, they're a scammer. This person is being known, you know, like the Scarlet Letter. That's kind of how this is. Somebody's name could be Scarlet. Maybe they like red. Okay, maybe they wear red. Maybe they have red hair. Okay, this person might try to embody Lilith, but Lilith don't get down like that, okay? Lilith is independent. She does not go around trying to scam people in order to replace a person, okay? Lilith embodies freedom, divine rebellion, okay? So this person is a total scam artist. Yeah, they were trying to create a situationship, but I'm hearing that the lines got crossed. Okay, they were trying to create a situationship in order to gain control over someone. Okay, trying to seduce someone. You live and you learn. Whoever it was that they were trying to seduce, they went through a series of events where they have lived and they have learned. And they now know the power of reclaiming your energy, because that's what they've had to do, is reclaim their energy and see things for what they really are. Yeah, this person is fake. They might have fake profiles online. I'm hearing their whole image is fake. It's a fake profile, like who they introduce themselves as, who they tell people that they are, fake. They tell people, oh, you know, I'm married, I have 2 kids, I have this and blah blah blah. Fake. They might even lie about their name. They might lie about where they're from. This person could just get off on lying, okay? Yeah, they wanted to cause heartbreak for you. The Divine Collective. Why did they want to do that, Spirit? What was their motive for attempting to, healing? You could be a healer, okay? You have healing energy. Now this person might want forgiveness, and what I recommend there is setting an intention to release all resentment, and that's between you and your ancestor, spirit allies, divine, okay? But if this person comes to you wanting something, I would just, it's up to you, but they are a scam artist. So even some sort of conversation that they would initiate about closure or, you know, finding Jesus or something like that, like, it's fake. It's all fake. Yeah, because ultimately they want to be confrontational. I'm hearing this person would do anything to access your energy, even trying to get you angry during a conversation about closure. Yeah. Okay, so there is some sort of karmic consequence that this person is suffering at this time. And that is in grand part due to their intentions for you. Also, this person, they go between feeling guilty and feeling like they want more revenge. Guilty, revenge. Guilty, vengeful. Guilty, vengeful. Like, it's not normal. Yeah, this person is out of balance. This came out in the reverse. This is what they wanted for you, but you are in this balanced state. This person, however, is in the reverse, okay? This is what's coming through. The more balanced you are, the more emotionally regulated you are, and the more focused you are on your life, it's like a seesaw. And I have seen this with a lot of relationships between people where there are karmic situations being worked out, right? And basically, the more balance that you achieve, the more peace that you have, like, that's your divine mission. You're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it to get at this person, right? But just the way it works out is that the more peace you experience, the more tormented this person the more torment they experience. So you're not doing this to be vindictive or to cause torment for them. It's just how it works out. And it's because of the way that you all's energies have played out in past lives. And this is your reward in this lifetime, where you get to be at peace. You get to find harmony within yourself and create that frequency and vibe there. And this person does not get that. As long as you are balanced, this person will not be. And, you know, on some soul level, they may be aware of that. And that's why they wanted to cause all of this harm, all of this abusive energy and control in your life, because they felt that if they caused harm for you and got you out of balance, that they would be able to siphon your energy and create peace for themselves. But they don't get to do that. But the more peace you feel, the more torment they feel. It's just the way it is. Yeah, there has to be this separation between you and this being. But also, this is what this person was trying to do between you and anyone that you love. They wanted an energy of separation between you, but now they are feeling that. Anyone that they were trying to con or seduce, people can't get away from this person fast enough. Oh. This person can't manifest anything that they're trying to manifest because they're trying to manifest against you. And even you, like when you manifest, you're not trying to manifest against people. You're just focusing on yourself. The natural impact that that has on this being is that seesaw thing I was talking about, right? But you're not trying to do that, okay? But yeah, this person is not able, they're not able to manifest anything that they want. This masculine card was in here. So music, somebody could love music. Also, music could play a very large role in your healing journey, okay? You might listen to healing frequencies. You might create music. You might sing. You might hum, okay? To help heal and feel those vibrations. Okay, we've got another death card, transformation. Yeah. It was in the reverse. So there's something that certain beings in this situation do not want to move on from, but they're not in control of how you live your life. So you are definitely able to move forward and allow this cycle to close. Yeah, because you're surrendering. And this is what you look like. Like, this is your energy around water, okay? So you might be connecting with water, your emotions, okay, your feelings. You might also be connecting with nature, and you're reclaiming your freedom. It says freedom on that flag that she's holding. You've reclaimed your freedom, your sovereignty. There's something here about needy was at the bottom of the deck, but in reverse. So there's some sort of dynamic in your world that has shifted. It just keeps coming through that you are more sovereign. You were never needy, but there could have been someone who saw you that way, but now they don't. Someone who used to see you as needy doesn't see you as needy anymore. This could be someone who maybe you voiced your opinion about some of these energies, and maybe they were like, oh, you're just coming up with things, you maybe want, you know, attention. There's somebody here who you expressed your intuitive downloads or your intuitive opinion about some of these beings who are operating in this trickster energy, and they did not believe you. Now they believe you. Now they believe you because needy was in reverse. They know that whatever you were telling them, like I see her like whispering something in his ear, they know that whatever you were telling them, it was legit. And this is triggering them somehow. It's triggering them that they did not trust what you said. There's something about that that's triggering them. They know now that they need to have faith in the guidance that you give. There's something that they did not believe about your guidance before, but now they know. Someone has had a lesson in your intuitive gifts, your intuitive abilities. They know that you are the real deal. And now what's happening is they are going back and reviewing things that you've told them about other people. And they're like, oh, it's almost as if the things that you told anybody, it could be someone you're in a relationship with, it could be family members, it could be people you're in friendships with. The things that you told them about these particular trickster beings in this situation, now that things have played out in a way where it is 100% crystal clear that you were right about these people, now they're going back and saying, oh, well, you know, they were talking about this person too. They told me about that and about that job and about that. And it's like, they're just firing off now. Like all the things that you've told them, they're seeing that you are right. So they are definitely seeing that you are the real deal and that there's a lot that they need to be trusting you about if they still have the opportunity to get your intuitive guidance. Because for some of you, you might not still be in communication with that person, but there are definitely people who have awakened to the legitimacy, the realness of your intuition. They're like, wow. Oh, death card again. So, oh, and jealousy and divinity. Okay, so something has been completely transformed about your divine nature. It's like, it's almost as if your credibility has been resurrected, because there's something that people didn't believe that you had said, and now they're like, damn, they were right. Okay, and they realize that so I'm seeing like, okay, there was a lot of jealousy, and that is why this group came against you, why they played games, why they wanted to control your world. But there's been total transformation regarding how your divinity is viewed by other people. Okay? It's almost as if it has been resurrected. I like this sketch here because it's like the rose, so there is growth, but there's also death. So there's something being reborn here. And people definitely see the value of your gifts and of what you told them. There also could be somebody here who's saying to themselves, I could have saved myself so much drama and pain if I had listened to the beautiful being, this collective, this divine collective, because you knew what you were talking about. And they've had to live and learn. Yeah, you're protected. You're divinely protected. And anyone who aligns with you, and it's not like, you know, because everybody should align with the divine, right? But I'm talking about in a close relationship. You can align with a person in a close relationship because that's a commitment that you make. Anyone who is committed to you and aligned in a divine way with you in a relationship, they are also protected. Okay? But just know that your protection is so very valuable. And that is something that people who are in a relationship with you get the benefit of. So that's just as a side note, a reminder, in case you had forgotten, that anybody who is allowed to be in your energy and with you and around you and in a relationship with you, they are not just getting a beautiful person to be with. They are not just getting a sexy being who is intelligent and interesting and vibrant. They are also getting divine protection up in here. Okay? So there's so much. There's so much that comes along with being in a relationship with you. That's just a reminder. Somebody needed to remember that. Okay? Okay, so there's something so veiled about you. It's like, ooh. I'm hearing you're like a ninja healer. Because people had no idea. They had no idea. Look, you've got veiled nature spirits. So people had no idea that you were so connected to nature. And also healer. So people had no clue about you. They had no clue whatsoever. It's like you came up in there like a ninja. You were just very unassuming, minding your business, but you did let people know, like, there's something that you may have even just said something very simply like, oh, that event with so-and-so, oh no, I won't be there. You know, something like that, where you just kind of let on that there were beings that you were not going to associate with because there was energy that was just so controlling and putrid. Like, it stunk. You may have even smelled spirits, okay, around certain people. However your senses speak to you, however your psychic gifts come through. But there were beings that you knew not to associate with because you wanted to keep your vibe high. People now understand. And they also know that you are energetically sensitive in a very beautiful way, and that the energy that flows through you is accurate and on point. And that's really now what some people are seeking, is your protection. They want your guidance. They want your protection. And there's a price to pay for that. If someone wants those things, if they want to be able to access those things within your realm, then they must show that they are trustworthy, that they respect your energy, that they respect your home, that they respect your life, that they respect your relationships. And that's exactly what these beings right here demonstrated that they were working against. Okay, so at least for them it's an absolutely not. Okay, and anybody who supported them and who worked alongside them against you, they're also in that same boat. Okay, it's a no-go. All right, let's see what's ahead for you, beautiful being, and we'll close. I want to pull the from the Ascendium deck. I've been really enjoying that. Okay, you're activated, divinely activated. Your gifts are activated. And that is a huge part of what all of this was about activating your gifts. There's something so beautiful that has happened and taken place within you with all of this energy that you have witnessed and worked through and transformed. And it really is like you are resurrected. Okay? So you've got activated. Ooh. They're new, so they're still real slippery. These cards. Illumination. Things have been illuminated. Not only your gifts, but the truth that you have spoken has been illuminated. And people see you as this black cat, psychic, tapped in, tuned in, and they want some. But you know, it's not like you're selling cookies here. You might sell cookies, I don't know, but speaking of your gifts, it's not like, oh, let me make you some cookies. And no, this is yourself. That's why you have to protect your gifts and your energy so faithfully, because this is you. This is your energy. It's not something that you just make and give to people, which is also beautiful, but it's not that personal where you are actually giving an aspect of yourself to people, your intuition, your dreams, your downloads, okay? And you have a clear mind, and people know. Anybody who thought you were confused now knows that you are the truth, and you have clarity of mind, and you have a beautiful, pure heart. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I'm so grateful that you allow them to come through me. And thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. I appreciate you so much. And I thank you so much for not only tuning in, but for your likes, your kind comments, your subscribes, your shares, your hypes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I love you. I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.